We are connecting. Yes. Okay. So welcome everyone for our November program. And we are extremely happy that we have one of our best, Serina Tan from Hong Kong, Team Elite, Blue Diamond Team Elite, whatever, in
Team
Hong
lead.
Kong. Yes, Team Elite. And so she is going to teach us everything there's to know about our Lumi Spa and Boost, which we don't
Yes,
have Boost in the US, but I need to learn that anyway. Yeah, they don't have it in US, but I know it's really good for, as women, we get I call it more mature. We have these funny lines, even though we don't smoke. I used to call it smoke line. No, when you get mature, you get it. You know that Boost is really good for that. Amazing. Anyway, so we have to learn from Serena and let's get ready. Get your product ready. And thank you, Serena. The
yes,
table.
thanks, Margaret Lao for introducing me. And welcome, everyone. This is Serena from Hong Kong. And I would appreciate if you can write in the comment area which country are you from, okay? So welcome, everyone. And thanks, Margaret Lao for organizing this platform since like 5 years ago during COVID. So I saw her advertisement on the Facebook story, and then I just text her directly, say, "Oh, can I join?" So hooked onto this platform ever since then. So so happy to get to know many friends and leaders from many parts of the world, and then learn so much from you all, and including the PowerPoint that I have prepared today. Actually, I learned from Irene. Yeah, she has made from Rosalind. Yeah, because she has made such a good presentation last time. So I just used her PowerPoint. Yeah, and then in Hong Kong, it's quite difficult to find the English PowerPoint. Okay, so maybe I can do a little short introductions before we get started with the practical part, shall we? Oops, let me see. All right. So yeah, I can see
Okay.
many of you sharing
No,
which country and
it's
city
not
you're
coming.
from.
Oh, there it is.
So
There it is.
yes,
Got it.
okay. Yeah, so that was me. And Margaret was just mentioning about Austin. So I was born in Burma, and then I grew up in Hong Kong, and then I went to school in the United States, in U of Texas in Austin. So ever since I was very young, my mother, she was a medical doctor, and I thought it's a very well respected profession. And then she was able to help a lot of people, out of their sickness or emergency situation. She was working in a big hospital emergency room. Okay. And then she was the only lady doctor in charge. So she was very impressive. So when I grew up, I also wanted to become a medical doctor. But when I volunteered in a teaching hospital in an emergency room, pushing around the patients to get an X-ray done, etc., I found out that, wow, in United States, there are quite a lot of obese people, and then they were rushed into the ER mostly because of stroke and heart attack. So I said, well, if for such, human beings are supposed to be very intelligent, right? So we take care of the many things, but then for our own health, it seems like the only way we are taking care of is while it has already broken down, then we will have it fixed at that very last moment. And it really didn't make sense to me. So after graduating with the molecular biology, which was a pre-med degree, I decided to maybe make some other choices. Okay, so I came back to Hong Kong, and then I was get the chance to get into the business world. And after 2 months of working for a very talented boss, I decided to really continue with my journey in the business world. But then I was totally unprepared. I didn't have any kind of business education or other things other than pure science. Okay, so I was quite I was feeling quite insecure, but with my common sense, and with my hard working, and then with my some familiarity with the United States, so my boss was able to train me up and then send me to the United States to open up the market for him. We were in the computer. The printers accessories like the inkjet cartridge, toner cartridge, etc. So I really enjoyed my job because I could fly around quite often and then meeting many interesting people, don't have to stay in the office all the time, and my boss gave me a lot of freedom. But after I got married and then I got my first child, Ryan, you can see that cute little boy. So I found out that I no longer wanted to fly that much because every month I have to be away from home for like 7 to 10 days. And then it's really very hard to be a qualified mom or qualified wife with such a job. So after 3.5 years of working as an employee, I also realized that as an employee, there's not much job security either. So my boss, even though his business was growing really, really fast, okay, from factory to factories to a whole industrial site, but then I could see that his worry just it's escalate. So as an employee, I really don't feel very safe. So I said, is there any platform that after I have worked so hard, like I developed the clientele for the company and I grew up the business for them, but then one day if I leave the company, nothing really belong to me. So if there is a platform that I can work hard and then all the outcome will be with me for the rest of my life. That will make even more sense, right? And then I also still have that mission or dream in the health industry. So it was very lucky with my at that cross session in my life, I get to meet my sponsor, Fred and Carol. They are also team lead and COE1, and they were in the construction business. So nothing to do with skincare or supplement, okay? But then they knew that I was looking for something, and they introduced some very successful leaders to me, and then they really opened up my eye in what the true value of the New Skin platform was all about. So after that, I started part-time, and then after 1.5 years of part-timing, I went full-time in New Skin. So would you like to see the latest family photo of mine? So this little boy is already 28 years old. Time fly, right? Okay, I will show you later on. So right now we are facing 142 years. That's amazing, right? Do you know the eldest lady in the world who lives in Japan? She is still alive and she is 113 years old. Okay, and then many years ago in Hong Kong, the government announced that there was suddenly 3,600, these are called centennial, right? Those people who live beyond 100 years old in Hong Kong. 3,600 of them. And that was like 5 to 6 years ago, okay? So this is really going to happen, okay? So are we prepared for that? If we don't do the anti-aging proactively, if we just let ourselves age naturally, by the time we are 70 or 80, we have already have a lot of diseases or sickness or weakness. How are we going to sustain for another 10 years to 30 years? Okay, so that's a serious problem. Okay, and then with the AI coming up already here, we know that a lot of job replacement is going to happen, and it's already happening. Okay, so we really have to find another platform or additional platform to make sure that we are secured in our health and also secured in our financial, because we are going to live for a very long period of time. And this is me after giving birth to 3 child. So at that time, even 1 child, I couldn't balance my time. But with the New Skin platform, I was able to, together with my husband, we grew up a bigger family. So I have 2 sons and 1 daughter. and the youngest one is already 18, while the eldest one is 28. So every 5 years we have one child, and we really enjoy the journey with my kids, see them growing up and being able to be with them when they need to, and then participated in the Parents Teacher Association, always help out in the school, etc., and then be at home, and then work from home, or with the times, the flexibility, I think as a mom is really very important. Okay. And then I grew up in a diabetic family. My grandparents, they were deeply diabetic, and then my mother, she really took very good care of them, and they lived till 88 and 92. But I could see that they have to have the insulin injection twice a day, and then many restrictions. Okay. So I really want to take good care of my health so that my children don't have to bear my burden if I get sick. Okay. So, and then my first partner in New Skin were my parents. I didn't have a big network because I was away from Hong Kong for quite a few years. And all it started because of the change in myself. I used to have a lot of pimples, the blackheads, and my pores were like quite big, and then with the black dots inside. It's not that I didn't clean my face. Is I have already used a lot of big brand names out there, and then I went to the beauty salon on a weekly basis. Even though I was very busy, I did that, but then I didn't have a really good piece of skin on my face. Okay. So, and then I got this hay fever when I was studying in Austin. So ever since then, before that, I was like very athletic. I like to swim, I like to run. But then after I got that hay fever, sorry, I totally surrendered because I became a very um, I got this sore throat all the time, allergic asthma, allergic cough. So I was always coughing and always wheezing. And then when I walked from the dorm to the library with my school bag, I will already be breathing very deeply, like an 80-year-old. So, and then when I saw the staircases in front of me, I really felt quite helpless and hopeless. So it wasn't that, oh, Serina was born very fit or Serina was born very healthy. I was born healthy, but then this allergic asthma really almost killed all my dream at that time. Okay. So health is not something that you can take it for granted. Yeah. So uh, when I came back to Hong Kong, the air pollution at that time, and then the secondhand smoking in the restaurants, everything could kill me. The doctor practically wrote down that I was allergic to dust. Okay, so wherever I go, I just kept on coughing. So my mother, she was very concerned about my health. So when I joined New Skin, wasn't because of for my health benefit or my skin benefit. I was looking for a platform, okay, and some successful people that I can learn from. But at the end, I learned about their science. I was so impressed by their science. Even the shampoo have clinical studies, the toothpaste, the skincare. When I joined, the 180 system was just launched. And then with so many clinical studies, I was so impressed. And then I saw the testing with the antioxidant and everything. I was so convinced. And before that, I never believed in health supplements. Neither was my mother. For 40 years in her medical career, she never recommended anyone to take health supplements. She just said, eat a balanced diet and then do your exercise and you'll be fine. But she has very bad rhinitis for more than 35 years. And then my dad used to have eczema, very serious type of eczema. Okay, so I have all these allergic genes inside my body, and then they were triggered with the hay fever. Okay, so after I have entered New Skin, because I have to try the products, right? So, and then I was convinced, and then I wanted to try the products. So I put away all my skincare products aside for a while. I didn't throw them, I put them all aside for a while. I really wanted to test new skin products. Okay. So thanks to my sponsor, Carol, she took very good care of me. Yeah, especially in the beginning part, she introduced to me what to use, okay, and then what to use and what to take, and then even the shampoo and the toothpaste and the body cleansing gel, etc. Everything in my household, I try to change to New Skin because I really want to try the product, see if I can it's really worth my effort and time to put into this business, okay? So I did it. And 3 weeks later, almost all my colleagues came into my room and asked, Serina, what happened to your skin? Every day when you came to office, your skin was like changing. I said, oh my gosh, I just silently changed a brand and then people keep on asking me. So this business is really working. You know, these products are really talking by themselves. And then every weekend I will go to my parents' home and then have dinner, right? And then my mom would be like holding my head like this underneath the light and say, daughter, my goodness, your skin is like glowing, okay? And then she never really took good care of her skin. She never did much facial at all. She was so busy with 4 kids, right? And then she started using my products and then very religiously with the spa machine and the facial gel, okay? And then she got so confident on skin since then. And then 3 months later, my mom also made another comment. She said, Serina, you haven't been coughing for 3 months' time. And then you haven't been getting antibiotics from me. Your whole total body, health condition has changed. Your products are really working. So these are all the comments that my medical mother made after my 3 months journey in New Skin. So since then, she was willing to, come to attend the conferences by our scientists, and then also did a lot of the clinical studies on our stuff, and then get her blood test, tried the collagen and then the marine omega, the life pack, etc. And then 3 months later, took her blood test, and then she went full time in New Skin for me because the blood test result was so impressive. Okay, so and then we went to team lead trip together, and then met our founders, our chief scientific officer, Dr. Zhou Zhang. So we had very, very happy memories for like 14 years. My mom passed away in 2011. And yeah, and my father passed away at 90 years old this year. But I think they have very enjoyable elderly life, after retirement, and then fulfilling. They got to learn new things. They attended many of my activities. So we have lots of time to interact with each other, be with each other. We traveled to Singapore, Malaysia together. We went to US convention together. We have lots of great memories. If I were still working busily for my job, and I wouldn't have such luxury to be with my parents, okay? And then be with the kids. And thanks to my team, I really appreciate every one of them. We learn together, we exercise together, we grow together, and then we became lifelong friends, right? And then New Skin brought us to many parts of the world, and thanks a lot. And then with the support from my Mrs. Real-Water, Mr. Benny Chong, Pat and Margaret 老师, and then Jacqueline 老师, my sponsor Fred and Carol, all the mentors. I became a Circle of Excellence one like 10 years ago. Yeah. So hopefully my partners will also go for COE one and then Team Elite. Yeah. So during COVID, we set up this Bless the World Training Center. And why bless the world? Because we want to bless the world with all the science that we have learned from the scientists, and to bless them with residual health and residual income. Okay, so yeah, and then yeah, this is a mother of 3 and wearing the jeans that I wore during my college year, the one on the left, the one on the right. Okay, and then also help a lot of friends to improve their health. Okay, so New Skin has 4 very famous devices: the Lumi Spa, the Boost, the Galvanic Spa, and the Well Spa. So every one of you will be learning all these 4 machines in these 4 days. Okay, so very thankful to this platform, and these 4 machines has been New Skin, because of these 4 machines, has been awarded with the #1 home beauty device brand in the whole world for 8 consecutive years. And then I think we will be #1 for the rest of the years too, because this is, you see, this is a golden circle. Okay, so every day we will clean our face, and then we will boost our serum into our skin, and then we will also do the weekly treatment with the galvanic spa, and then with these are like the facial things. Okay, and then for the body we have this adjustive galvanic current, the Well Spa. They are so smart, and then I have been using, and can you believe it, New Skin since 2001, the galvanic spa or the facial spa was already launched in 2001. So we were, New Skin is the expert in galvanic current technology for more than 20 years. Amazing, amazing. Okay. And then these are, yeah. So today we will be demonstrating the Lumi Spa and the Boost. But before that, I can share with you some of the very important information about these 2 machines. Okay. So before the Lumi Spa was launched, actually, there were already a lot of facial cleansing devices in the world, right? But ever since the Lumi Spa was launched, just as short as 3 months' time, it has already occupied, like 25% of the world's cleaning device market. Can you believe it? In 3 months' time, okay? So why is it so strong? Why was it so popular? Okay, maybe we can go through a little bit about the technology. So there are lots of movement that's possible, right? You can do a linear movement or a circular movement, or any kind of movement, or single cellular movement. But this is biphasic oscillation. Okay, so if those dots represent our cells, you will see that with the biphasic movement of the Lumi Spa, the conductor, your cells are like being stretched a little bit each time. All right, they are being stretched a little bit. Okay, so with this kind of movement, is every day we will do some exercise for our body, right? So what about your facial skin? Are you doing any exercise for them? So this Lumi Spa is actually facial exercise for our cells, for our facial cells. Okay, so you can see these are the cells. The green stuff are the cells, our facial cells. Okay, and originally they were quite irregularly arranged. Yeah. And after this movement, the biphasic movement, you can see the arrangement of the cells become so arranged. And then with this arrangement, no wonder after we use the Lumi Spa, our face can get lifted. Okay? So this is not just a cleansing device. It is cellular exercise. And sorry that I couldn't find any English ones for this, okay? And with this type of movement, oscillation, and that kind of frequency, it can promote 4 types of collagen, for the production of these 4 types of collagen. As you can see, the pink one is a control. That means no Lumi Spa being used, okay? And then the cyan color, okay? That's the Lumi Spa group, okay? After using the Lumi Spa, these 4 types of collagen, you can see that they are massively produced. Yeah. Okay, and also for the conductor, there are lots of, see, these kind of brush head cleansing device out there, right? For the New Skin ones, it's made of medical grade silicone gel. Yeah. So when we use the brush, what's going to happen? It's going to hurt your cuticle. Okay. So you can see this epidermis. When you use the brush, it's going to break the epidermis layer. Okay. And what about all those dirt deep down inside our pores? Actually, there's no way you can really extract them out. You're just brushing, just like when you clean the kitchen surface or the bathroom tub, you just rub the surface. So they can easily scratched, okay? All right, but with the LumiSpa IO head, this is medical grade silicone head, right? Okay. So with even if you use it on the jelly, applied it on the layer of jelly, the jelly would not be scratched. But if you use the brush head, the jelly will be totally damaged. Okay. And with the kind of movement that you stretch the skin a little bit, all these dirt deep down from the pores, they can be drawn out. Okay. And very importantly, it would not interrupt the microorganism on our skin. How's that? Okay. The microbiome, they won't be disturbed with the movement and the cleansing gel of LumiSpa. And also the cleansing part. Okay. These are like the luminescent powder, okay, to as if they are like the bacteria. After you have used it, there will be bacteria growing, right? If you use the brush head, even though you rinse it and then we use the UV light to see it, you will see that it's still glowing. That means you cannot wash away those bacteria if you use the brush head. But with the LumiSpa head, you can see there's no light at all. So it has also lead particles embedded in this head. So there's no way for the bacteria to be kept there, okay? And this is the side view. So the LumiSpa head is very clean. After you flush it underneath the tap water for like 15 seconds, okay? And also, people will be saying, oh, after I buy the LumiSpa, can I use the cleanser in my home? They always like to think that way. But actually, the secret, the powerfulness of LumiSpa is also because of its cleansers, okay? So we have this age-lock technology. So as I mentioned, I study molecular biology, right? And molecular biology, the DNA is like the biggest molecules inside our body. So I have studied the DNA quite a bit. So gene expressions is actually the ultimate way of anti-aging. Why we are ourselves why we look like ourselves at this moment is because of the gene expression. Just like Serina has black hair, it's because of my gene expression. But then as I grow older, my white hair will form more, right? So it's because of the gene expression for the white hair get activated, and then the gene expression for the black hair, they get weakened, right? So if we can reverse this instead of just dyeing for the surface, dyeing the color, we shift the genetic, the genetic expression, then that's the ultimate way of anti-aging, okay? So this is for the LumiSpa cleanser. So let me translate it a little bit. Because one time of using the LumiSpa, like 2 minutes, we already get 7 benefits. And why do we get that? It's because of this gene expression and the movement of the LumiSpa. First of all, we feel very smooth. The skin will become very smooth and soft, okay? And why we can do that? Red means pushing the expression upwards. The blue one means suppressing the expression downwards, okay? So, for example, the first genes, like prevention of the collapsing of the skin tissue, prevention of the collapsing of the skin tissue. That's good thing, right? So we push it all the way up, okay? And the second thing is that like in the body, everything has to be balanced, right? This is production. This will be the destruction, right? This is the increasing or preventing. This will be the promotion, right? So the second type is the increasing of the damaging or the collapsing of the skin tissue, increasing. Then we don't want that to happen, right? So we suppress it all the way downwards. So that's what's going on in this cleanser. So would you like to use other types of cleanser? No way, right? Okay. So with this cleanser, we can strengthen our skin tissues, okay, and prevent, and then we can also strengthen the very inner part of our skin tissue and prevent the collapsing of our skin tissue, and also promoting the basal layers of skin. We know that the skin has many layers, right? And it took at least 28 days for the inner layer to come all the way out, right? So it promotes the inner layers. Oh, please grow some more new cells, please grow some more new cells. So our skin metabolism will be like enhanced, okay? And also the skin barrier. Some people, they have very sensitive skin and then they get dry very easily, blah, blah, blah. It's because the skin barrier is not working very well. So with this LumiSpa treatment, you can strengthen the skin barrier. How's that, okay? And then, yeah, all these things. And then also the oxidative stress. When we have the UV sunlight, when we didn't sleep enough, when we didn't eat well, didn't exercise well, everything can reflect on your skin. So the skin is actually a reflection of your health. So our skin supplements are also very important. But all these things that we are going to demonstrate, they have a strong range of antioxidants to help protect our cells. That means protecting our DNA. And cells depends on duplication, right? So if we protect the original DNA from damaging, then our perfect DNA are like being preserved. So when the cells duplicate and split, it keeps on duplicating the good DNA, right? Instead of getting older and older, we kept on being the same, like for 5 years, 10 years, or even 20 years. And also the very last point, everyone like that, is the pigmentation. Yeah. So for those genes that promote or stimulate the pigmentation, for the production of pigmentation, we suppress it all the way down. Okay, no way, I don't want you. Okay, and the suppressing signal, we want to promote it. Okay, so that's how the LumiSpa cleanser work. Okay, so that's enough for the theory part. And so we can go back to the demonstration. Okay, so I hope all this sharing is convincing enough for you to religiously use these two devices on a daily basis. Okay, so let's get started. All right. Haha. Okay. So first of all, we need to wet our face. I will be demonstrating the half size of my face. And in order for you to see very clearly, I will remove my background. Okay. Okay, so first of all, this is the NAPC mist, and we can use the water, it's fine. Yeah. Okay, and then, okay, place our head. And Irene actually taught us that there are two holes that are next to each other. We put that one downwards. Yeah, I learned this just 2 days ago. You see that?
You may have guessed we are.
Yeah, appreciate if you can turn off your mic. Yeah, these two holes should be downwards. And we put it like this. And then when we remove it, we remove the top part first, like this. Okay. All right, we also wet the head. And there are 5 types of cleansers, but these two, the normal to combination and also the oily one, are Now my favorites, okay? So I will demonstrate to use this normal to combination, which most of you have been using. So I'll be demonstrating this oily one for you. So you can see the texture is a little bit different. It's more transparent than the normal to combination, okay? So we fill the inner part of the circle with the cleanser and then spread the cleanser apart like this and then turn it on. So I always like to start from this lymphatic area. So beneath our jawline are all the lymphatic nodes. When you see someone with a very thick neck, there's health concern, okay? So they need to have their in-body check and also try to reduce some fat and do the galvanic spa and this Lumi spa to make sure that lymphatic drainage is in good condition and also the blood circulation is in good condition. So these are all the lymph nodes and go all the way to the back of the ear and downwards like this. Okay, this is a big lymphatic drainage. And for the neck, do it slowly upward and downward like this. And also for the elderly people, they cannot control their esophagus, well. They can also use this Lumi Spa to train up these swallowing muscles. Okay, and this is our collarbone. This is our rubbish bin, and we need to clear them. So check your collarbone. Is it swollen? Is it like very bouncy? Then that means you need to do the lymphatic drainage. So you can see that, oh, Serina, you spend quite a lot of time in your neck area. Yes, because if you don't open up this gate area, it's difficult for you to withdraw, the excessive water and waste from your face. Okay, so let's start from the top, like this, and then even the skin surrounding the eyes, but we do it on the eye socket and barely touching. See how light I hold the Lumi Spa? And this also promotes the blood circulation around our eye areas. So we push all the way to the hairlines and do it lightly and slowly. Don't do it like this. See, it's going to interrupt it. And for the blackheads, no need to squeeze them from now on. Just do it like this. And the side of the nose, this part is most difficult to clean, right? But the Lumi Spa will help you. I like to add some more water. So if you can have a little foam, then the result is the best. And also the scientists have also calculated the viscosity of the cleanser. It's perfect match for the Lumi Spa. So please don't use other cleansers. They might be too slimy or they might be too thick that you cannot do that oxidation well. Okay, so very easy, right? So outwards like this. And if you want to have a sharp jawline, do like this. And the area in front of the ears, it's very beneficial. And also behind the ears, there are lots of acupuncture points. And if you want to have a, firmer cheek, then you hold it like this. So when I started using Lumi Spa, doing my first use of, oh my God, see, this is already more V-shaped this side. The first time when I used the Lumi Spa, during the first few months, my whole face would like shake like this. But right now you can see that it has got a lot more firm. So the movement is not that big. Okay? Yeah, that is very simple. Get all the strokes, right? And also during nights, when I do it, I like to do it in this area to relax myself. So give yourself some me time every day, okay? So after you have done the face part, you can come down to the neck and do a couple more strokes to drain away all the toxin downwards to the collarbone. That's it. And you can see the foundations has all come out. So after that, I like to use this kind of cloth. It's non-cotton. So we also wipe it in outward motion. Can you see the difference? Even though I've been using this machine for in the past, what, 9 years? But with one additional use, you can still see the difference. Do you all notice?
Absolutely. It goes on the right side of your, and yeah, it's going up. Oh my God. Amazing. Yeah,
Amazing.
that's what I use it every day.
Yeah.
Same.
So just 2 to 4 minutes of demonstration, people will surrender. Indeed. Okay. So after the Lumi Spa cleanser, we will go for the toner. So right now, actually, I'm using the True Face line. So every one of you will be learning about the True Face line tomorrow. So I like to use this refining toner. And it's quite important for us to apply quite a lot of toner because just like a sponge, okay? When you buy a new sponge, it's very dry. Then it's very difficult to transfer the detergent or the water down. But if you soak the sponge underneath the tap water, the whole thing is like soaked in water. Then whatever you put on the sponge, it can easily transfer downwards, right? So just like our skin, if the lower layers are very dry, then it's very difficult, even though you put the best serum in the whole world on your face, it cannot be fully absorbed. So toner is very important. And also the NAPC Moisture Mist, I like to apply quite a bit of it on my skin as well because it can help attract four times of the water molecules in the air. You know, other people are like evaporating, but for you, you're attracting the water molecules to your skin. Okay, so you can apply it on your hair, the skin, everywhere. So right now is approaching the autumn and winter time. Is you must have the NAPC mist with you all the time, especially while you're traveling, okay? So we'll be demonstrating how to use the boost as well. Actually, I have 2 machines. I use 2 machines each time. So think about that. If every morning and night you can save half of the time, that's a lot when you calculated it on a yearly basis. Okay, for the boost, it is so advanced. See, there's no button here. So high tech, right? So this is how we wash our face with the Lumi Spa, and this is how we use the serum with the boost, okay? So this is the activating treatment. So we put 3 drops like this, and then applied it on our skin like this. Okay. And turn it on. Make sure we do it slowly. So what's going on now is for every 1 second, there are 8 pulsing current. And every 2.4 seconds, it will change from positive to negative. How's that? So 1 minute for one side, and that means 500 times. And 2 minutes for the whole face, right? So already 1,000 different pulsing current to wake up our skin cells, and also pushing the charged serum deep down to our dermis. So there's no way you can compare the hand movement with the boost, okay? So that means 1 minute's gone. I can apply another 1 minute. Okay, if you want to learn more technical way, okay, do this. Okay, and then also from the chin upwards and behind the ear downward. For this laugh line, you want to lift it up, hold it here for a couple of seconds, and push it to the side for the nose. And I like to do it especially around the eye areas because I always sleep late. I know. Margaret 老师 knows. But with the Mind 360, the peaceful night, I'm adjusting much better. Sometimes, many times around midnight, I will fall asleep really fast. Okay? So the contrast is even bigger. See, this is bigger.
Your
And
eyes
this is
lifted. Your eyes
Okay.
lifted better, your eyebrows, and then your face. Oh my God, your right side of face. Your laugh line, when you were not totally laughing, you could see your corner of your mouth is
This
more
is a
up
lot
on the.
longer. This is shorter.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God. Oh,
So
you curve on your neck and the curve on your neck on the right side.
yeah,
Yeah,
this is slimmer.
very
You know,
nice.
when we sleep, sometimes we have some water retention. So some people ask whether we should do the galvanic spa in the morning. Can I just do it at night? I think of course at night we need to remove our makeup and everything, right? But I think I'm using the TFEU, the Blue Pearl. But in the morning, actually, when we were sleeping, here. When we were sleeping, we have oil secretion as well, right? And also, there are dust deposit on our skin. And then we might have some water retention while we sleep. So in order to remove this water retention and then wake up your skin, and then they look glowing and more energized, I highly recommend everyone to do this regime in the daytime. For the boost, I usually do it in the daytime. So this is the TFU. This is my favorite. And there's promotion in Hong Kong this month. And all the products of New Skin we can apply around the eye areas. It's amazing. Even the Lumi Spa, the Galvanic Spa, the Boost, they can all be applied around the eye areas to lift up the eyelids, see? And also reduce the eye bags. Okay, at this point, you have to add a little bit more of the NAPD mist. So after the boost, after the Lumi Spa, your pores are very clean. And then after the boost, your skin is very highly energized, okay? So at this point, when you add all the great serum, they will be absorbed right away. See, not greasy at all. It's already 100% absorbed, okay? And as a last step, moisturizer. This already have the SPF 35, so UVA, UVB will all be blocked. I did the VCA test. My pigmentation is like 99%. The score is like 99%. Okay, that's
Everybody has to
because
go to Hong Kong, right, to go to Visual test because
yeah,
Hong Kong
yeah,
has it.
and it's free of charge too. So you can get all the data done before and after or during using the new skin products. Da 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 da. That's it. See?
Beautiful. Beautiful.
See? Okay, so we can still look like this when we were like 80 or 90 or 100 years old. Do you believe or not? I truly believe it. Okay, so use the products and you will become product of the products. So
Yeah.
thanks everyone for attending.
Yeah, maybe people have questions.
Questions?
I don't know. Just hold on. Yeah, this is the beautiful Serena. Wow, your skin is just absolutely flawless.
Yeah, you see, in the past, when I was on the railway, I always look at other people's skin. If they have like flawless skin, I will admire to death. That was while I was in my 20s. Okay.
But
So
now you are. So
yeah,
you're saying your oldest son, how old is your oldest son right now?
he's 28.
28. Oh my
So
God. So
don't ask how old I am.
so
Maybe
I'm
I'm
saying,
just 30 years old, you know.
yes, I know you only look like 29, okay? So
But
young.
and because of my skincare regime and I really take the supplements, you know, my skin age is definitely much younger than my son.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because he treat all the trees, he always work outdoors and he doesn't like to wear the sunscreen. So he age more than I do.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
tell him he better take care of his put some sunblock on and take care of himself. Otherwise,
Yes.
pretty soon
Always remind
mom,
him that,
his
yeah.
mom is gonna look like his sister, younger sister.
And also, yeah, this one, the sunblock, the SPF 50, no, the SPF 50 and then PA 4 plus. Okay. So I really love this. It's like jelly-like, uh, with lots of anthocyanin inside. And then I will apply even on the eyelid, okay? And also on the ears and also behind the neck. And also all these parts need the sunscreen and also your hands and arms if you wear short sleeves. So
What is
protect yourself like this.
what is it
And
called? We don't have it in the US. What is it called? Just show it again. One more time.
yeah,
It is called.
it's called Sunlight. Triple Defense Sun Master.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay. Interesting. It's SPF 50?
SPF 50. But usually we cannot buy it only on promotion.
Oh,
Only doing promotions. Yeah. Can we take a group picture real quick? May I take a
someone.
picture with all of you? Can we
Okay,
turn
hold
on
on.
our yeah. I can take a picture. Hey, Auntie Lee, I see you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Smile. 1, 2, 3. One more page.
Yes.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. One more page. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Thanks for attending. So tomorrow we will have
Jenny Zhen Li is
Jenny.
going to do the talk about galvanic spa. And I think she'll talk about the new product, the Age Lock True Face system. I do not know. So we'll wait for her surprise. And so she will be talking. Yeah.
Okay. So see you
Everybody,
tomorrow.
thank you, Serena. Thank you
Thank you,
so much.
Serena.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank
Everyone,
you.
Thank you,
see
Thank you,
you
Serena.
tomorrow,
Serena.
same
Thank
Bye.
time, same
you.
place.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Serena. Thank you,
Thank
Marguerite.
you, Serena.
Thank you, Serena.
Bye.